Hello and welcome to episode 1 of the Continental Cup. This is the first game week of the tournament. We'll bring you 3 games, just like every episode for the first 5 game weeks of this. You know, every team's going to play each other. And then, you know, if you don't understand how the tournament works, I've done a video just explaining how it works. But yeah, so we've got the 3 games coming up today. First off, we've got Oceania versus North America, or OFC versus CONCACAF. Then we've got Asia versus Africa, AFC CAF. And then finally we finish off with the marquee game of this round. It's UEFA versus CONMEBOL. That's Ronaldo versus Messi. That's, you know, Europe versus South America, the 2 superpowers, the 2 favourites for this tournament. But first off, we will be going to Old Trafford for the opening game of the tournament. Now, lineup-wise, Oceania have gone with a pretty standard 4-3-3 with an attacking mid. Barbarousis is playing that attacking mid. In defence, we've got Kakaise and Winston Reid as the 2 main names of that. And then in midfield, you've got the attacking Singh and maybe the bit more all-around player Thomas beside him. And then the front 3 is Chris Wood up top, of course. And then you've got Krishna and Brown on the wings, the 2 players who are compelled to play because they're the only 2 non-New Zealand players in this team. North America will probably be the favourites in this game. Already they've got Keylor Navas in goal. They're playing a back 5 but with 2 really attacking fullbacks with Alphonso Davies and Corona. And then we've got Guardado and Herrera in centre mid and another front 3, this time with Jimenez in the middle and Lozano and Bailey on the wings. Jimenez took the kick-off, kicking the very first ball of the tournament, and then we got treated in the first couple of minutes with this very chaotic passage of play.
And possession given away. And this situation could be dangerous.
Keylor Navas eventually dealing with that.
Cuts it back.
And a couple minutes later he had to make another save here. Oceania's early dominance wouldn't end there as they would get another chance through Chris Wood. North America did get their own chance.
Can he do it to take the lead?
Basale came out on top. By the 34th minute, Oceania's dominance had continued and we were treated to this opening goal in the tournament.
To open the scoring, no wonder they're celebrating.
Chris Wood getting the assist and Singh scoring the first goal of the Continental Cup. The underdogs were ahead and they would continue their lead through Chris Wood after a bit of dodgy passing from North America.
To increase their advantage, it's a 2-goal lead now.
Not what we expected from the first game, that's for certain.
Knew exactly what he wanted to do there. He's just passed it into the corner. That's a nice goal.
In the second half, North America would try their best to get back into the game.
Really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened.
And it was Bailey who offered them the path back into the game through this strike.
Can he get one back? He can! He's given his team a real opportunity and momentum is with them.
And then what a finish. That's been hit with such power and pace. The keeper has no time to react.
But Oceania weren't done yet. They kept testing the keeper and we get another bizarre little section of play as Barbarousis gives up probably the highest XG chance of the tournament so far, but Wood is able to put it in.
Just what the doctor ordered. Things looking very bright for them now with this buffer.
Straight from kickoff, North America were able to get back into the game through Hector Herrera.
And there it is! Still life left in this game.
And it was Herrera who was determined to get North America back into the game as he delicately placed this one over the top of Sale.
That levels it in the closing phase of this game.
I really like this finish. It's like a chip, and I don't know. I think he's mishit this, to be honest. Yeah, this one just confuses me. It's a good finish. But Oceania here throwing away there what was 3-1 lead, and then Jimenez decides he's going to do it himself. He wants the win.
Must take the lead here.
But Sale is able to come up top, and then some good defending ends the move. And that was the end of it. The game finished 3-3, which of course means penalties. Wood was able to slot away his first. But Sale came away with a good save on Jimenez. Krishna just blasts it wide.
Oh, target missed here.
Lozano, calm and composed through the centre to make it 1-1. Thomas does pretty much the same.
And he scores.
Bailey, one of the goal scorers, misses.
Well, the chips were down.
Navas saved Brown's shot.
He saved it.
But then Sale saved Guardado's shot,
It all falls on his shoulders.
meaning Navas had to save this to come away with the 2 points. But Kekes puts it away. A massive 2 points for Oceania, who were probably not expecting to get anything from this match, but this is probably the one match where they could get something. They'll struggle against Europe, they'll struggle against South America, but they've picked up these early points and this could be crucial in their tournament. They came away with the 2 points here, but they may be somewhat disappointed because they were 3-1 up and 2-0 up at one point. Maybe with just a bit better defending, they could have come away with even more. Definitely a disappointment from North America, who probably felt they could have come away with all 3 points here, and they've only ended up coming away with 1. But now moving on into the second game of the tournament, we're at St. Mary's Stadium to watch AFC versus CAF. That's Africa versus Asia. Starting with the Asia team, they're going with a 4-1-2-1-2. Ryan and Tomiyasu are the players that the Premier League fans will recognise from that back five. Then of course we've got Son on the left, not playing up front for this game. Kamada plays at cam, and the front two is Turemi and Azmoun, who the two Iranian strikers who have played together before. And then going into Africa's lineup, Mendy, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, starts as their goalkeeper. The back four contains players like Hakimi, Koulibaly and Matip, and then you've got Partey and Kessié in CDM. A front three of Mane, Salah and Aubameyang with Mahrez in that slot behind. There's a fantastic team and definitely are the favourites for this match. It was worth noting that Africa are playing in their away kit for this game, as Asia are at home and the two yellows clash. The early chance actually came from Asia, as Ito was able to put it into Kamada. And he was able to make it 1-1, starting the second game of the tournament with another twist. You know, none of these games are really going how we'd expect them so far. Africa were quick to try and get back into the game though. Salah carved out this chance for Kessié. Ito, with another amazing chance, blasts it at Mendy. But soon after, Ito would find himself pretty much in the same position, and this time he made no mistake. And at half-time, it was the unlikely Asia who were coming out on top at 2-0. In the second half, Asia won a corner after Mendy made this save. And after a bit of bouncing around, Asia were able to get it into the back of the net, making it 3-0. Absolute disaster. In the 80th minute, Africa would get their first real chance of the second half through Mane, who put it on a plate for Partey, who was able to make it 3-1, perhaps just a consolation goal. And then it was the other defensive midfielder, Kessié, who actually made it 3-2 in the 86th minute to really put the pressure on Asia. And in the final minutes, there was perhaps a counter-attack on for Africa, but the referee blew his whistle and the game ended 3-2 to Asia. A fantastic result for them, putting them currently top of the table, and in fact putting Africa right down at the bottom. Next up, we're going down south to the Emirates to watch UEFA versus CONMEBOL, that's Europe versus South America, the two main hubs for football in the world. Going into lineups, a lot of these names need no introduction. Europe go with Neuer in goal. You've got a back four of Cancelo, Van Dijk, Diaz and Kimmich. A midfield three of De Bruyne, Kante and Modric, and then a front three of Ronaldo, Mbappe and of course Lewandowski. Now, how are South America going to combat that? Well, they've gone with Ederson in goal instead of Alisson, perhaps for his passing ability. They've gone very attacking with a three at the back, which contains Jimenez, Thiago Silva and Marquinhos. Their midfield five contains Vinicius Jr. on the left, Di Maria on the right, Casemiro and Fabinho in the centre, and then Neymar just in front of them. And then finishing off the MSN trio, Messi and Suarez are up front. These are two amazing teams, and I'm very excited to see how they do in this match. The first chance came within the first 10 minutes through Modric, who forced Ederson into a save.
Modric! Ederson, wonderful goalkeeping. Will he play it in? Can he put them in front?
But then he was unable to make the correct pass in this move. Carved out this chance for Suarez. South America remained on top as Suarez pulled off this unorthodox shot.
Great reflex action from Neuer.
And then just as we were heading into half-time, Mbappe broke through with his pace, Ederson came off his line, and Mbappe was able to chip it over him.
How many players would have the confidence to try that?
scoring the first goal of this great fixture. And the two teams went in at half-time 1-0, South America having lots of chances, but Europe in the end the team on top. First chance in the second half came after Neymar made a run and crossed it all the way to Messi, who forced a save but was able to put in the rebound.
From the goalkeeper's point of view, so disappointing.
In about the 75th minute, Lewandowski laid it off to De Bruyne, who just absolutely hit it, making it 2-1 out of pretty much nothing. And then just a couple minutes later, De Bruyne would be found in a great position again, and this time he was just able to slot it past Ederson. And make it 3-1, a real commanding lead in this game now. And unfortunately for them, despite having the ball a lot more in that last period, it was not enough, and it was Europe who came away with the 3 points and the goal difference as well to put them top of the table. A real disappointment for South America, but someone had to come out on top. The scoreline maybe doesn't reflect how the game went, but Europe came away with the points in the end. So this is how the table currently looks. CONMEBOL at the bottom of the table, but of course it's only one game in and there's lots still yet to happen. Quite a few surprising games in that first game week. Really exciting fixtures. Let me know what you thought of them. And now that you've seen the teams, tell me, who do you think is going to win this tournament? Be sure to check out the rules if you haven't watched them before. There is a specific video in the playlist telling you how this tournament works, because a huge part of this will be the playoffs. And another question for you, how do you think these teams should be playing? I mean, UEFA, AFC and OFC have all come away with pretty good points, but the other three continents such as North America, Africa and South America perhaps need to change things up. So what would you do if you were the manager of these teams? Subscribe if you want to see the next game weeks, like this video if you think this is an interesting concept, and I might do more stuff like this. But yeah, make sure you subscribe if you want to see how this tournament pans out, and hopefully I'll see you for the next one. Thank you so much for watching.